When exploring the question, who am I? There are three eras that have shaped our self-identity: predetermined me, family childhood me, and self-made adult me. Predetermined me in Era 1 includes the resource package we're born with: a physical body with multiple systems collaborating to keep us alive, a soul that includes a mind, willpower, and emotions, and a spirit that, when allowed, quietly guides me through a thriving life experience. These are the self-evident roots of who we are. Family childhood me is the second era. This is when our parents, extended family, and school community heavily influence who we are. They supervise our foundational identities with their beliefs, their values, their habits, and their social behavior. This era is the king of masquerades hiding in our subconscious self-identity. In Era 3, self-made adult me is in the driver's seat of who I'm becoming. I'm defining my own values and personal beliefs. I'm making choices to establish an identity that can be independent of early life influences. This is the era of autonomy. So within the context of these three eras, do we find or create our self-identity? Finding yourself is defined as the search for both knowledge and understanding of the parts of you that already exist. On the other hand, creating yourself is defined as the intentional work to consciously become the person you want to be in the future. Era 1 is a finding expedition to discover predetermined me. This is the part of us that already exists. While the Greek physicians are known as the fathers of human anatomy, hundreds of years later, we are still learning new details about the human body, soul, and spirit. Predetermined me is a gift. In fact, it's the most valuable gift we will ever receive within our lifetime. Under the layers of the surface packaging is an authentic, brilliant, and complex work of human art. Within our natural exploring mindset, we can learn new things about predetermined me throughout our lifetime without ever arriving at an all-knowing state. We find predetermined me. Era 2 is a finding expedition to understand family childhood me. This part of us was formed during the reign of other gifted yet flawed human beings. Once we take the reins of our own self-identity, Era 2 must be carefully analyzed to understand two things: the people guiding us during this period and the intended meanings of the principles enforced during our development. We find our subconscious self-identity in family childhood me. In the third era of self-made adult me, we collaborate in creating ourselves. This is done within the capacity of the foundation we have discovered in predetermined me. We are partners in life building. The architect has already designed the vision plans and laid the foundation of my self-identity in the spirit, soul, and body. This foundation is the starting point for supporting the structure of me. As the builder, we study the blueprints to understand the custom building intentions of the architect. While adjusting the nuts and bolts of our mind, willpower, and emotions to fit modern relevance, we build our life by bringing that vision into physical manifestation. The architect has given us a sense of freedom in the building process. With the strongest foundation available, we make choices. A house's shallow foundation running closer to 3 feet deep is different from the bedrock depth needed to support a skyscraper, and the least amount of work is required for a tent, constructed in minutes on the surface. As with this example, our commitment to creating self-made adult me can result in a tent-like self-identity, quickly constructed on the surface with no real depth. A house-like self-identity, using few layers under the surface to build me. Or a skyscraper self-identity, able to withstand evolving seasons of deep discovery, with navigated purpose reaching the highest level of self-actualization. We collaborate in the creation of self-made adult me. But here's a spoiler alert: because we are not the original creators of ourselves, self-made adult me is a title for what we have done with our choices. In no way does it claim ownership for the original creation of our spirit, soul, or body. To sum this up, real self-identity is both found and created. We find our past and present self to collaborate in the creation of our future. The depth of our sense of self is determined by our willingness to explore and build on all three eras of self-identity. One step at a time, a balanced me becomes a stronger community of we. Subscribe to explore the commonalities of our humanity with us, one topic at a time, from the inside out. Welcome to Circles of You.